and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Stafford on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And Cook has it, left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Thomas. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue landed! Blue landed! Over!
Throwing after the interception. Thomas. He's got Green. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jaron Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now it's Stafford. Jones breaking from the contact toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To throw on second down is Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Penny. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Thomas finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And they've got it here with a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Thomas from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now 2 picks thrown by the rookie here on the road in this one in hostile territory.
And you know the discussion all week, any week, is take care of the football. But it's especially important on the road, and now he's made his team's task that much more difficult with these interceptions.
Yeah, a pair of first-half picks. We'll see how he bounces back later. Right now, their defense needs to respond. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's Stafford. That is Cook at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Thomas. Back to the air on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Here's Thomas. And able to find Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Thomas now throwing on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Thomas, off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet. So I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go now. Green, 39, green.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Green's got it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Thomas. Looking to throw on second down. And that's complete. It's Green here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Thomas. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first down, Thomas. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Thomas. He's got that one complete to Darbo. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Thomas to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here's Thomas throwing again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Thomas now looking to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Thomas to throw on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. To throw is Thomas on 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Looking to throw, Thomas. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you. So
the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
Thomas throwing after the interception. Green brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down. Thomas. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up? And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw is Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Thomas on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Thomas now throwing on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ziggy Ansah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On the return, it's Tate. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Stafford on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue landed. Watching now, Barney. Blue landed.
Now Thomas on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Watching now, Barney. Barney.
To throw is Thomas. To throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Gun. Over.
On 1st and 10, Thomas. And his throw here is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Gun. Let's go. Blue landed. Over, landed.
Thomas going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Thomas got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Here's Thomas on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Thomas now looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Thomas off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch you now, Barney.
To throw is Thomas, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. On the right side, caught by Green. He's at the 50, the 40. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run, 72 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
To throw on 2nd down. Thomas. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 3rd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw. Thomas. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They go back to Riddick. That'll go as a loss of 5. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
180.
Now Riddick. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Riddick. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Watch him now, Barney. Over.
Thomas to throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
3-19.
Back to throw. Thomas. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Defense.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw. Thomas. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kick.